Hello and welcome back to my shop. Been a very busy week. I haven't had the time that I would like to have had to spend on the Intarsia project, but I did get some quality time out in the garage with the spindle sander. I've started rough shaping the pieces. I basically took the Christmas tree, which was the centerpiece, in my opinion, to the Intarsia design, and I kind of shaped it a little bit first, and I've been shaping all the pieces that attach to it so that I can kind of get an idea of depth and perspective. I've got a little bit of it done, not quite half yet, but I'm happy with the progress that I've made, and I'd like to take a few minutes and share with you where I'm at. So far, all I've really been doing is kind of goofing around with some of the snowflakes. You can see I've kind of roughed around it, the fronts of them. But what my plan is today is I'm going to start with what I consider to be the focal point of the piece, the tree, and I'm going to try to round the sides of the tree back, because I think if I get the tree into the shape that I want it, that'll help set the perspective up for the rest of the Intarsia. So let me get the spindle sander going and let's see what we can do. I went ahead and put the large 60 grit wheel in the spindle sander for the initial shaping of the tree. Here's what it looks like, and you can see it's kind of crowned in the middle and curves off on the left and the right. So I'm going to see if I can accomplish that and make the tree look similar to this tree. With just the 60 grit wheel, I was able to take a lot of material off of the side. And I don't know how well you can see how that kind of shows a little bit of it, but the tree is kind of, it's crowned in the middle now, which is what I was looking for. I'm going to go ahead and put the 240 grit wheel on there. I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to reset this piece in the center of the Intarsia and start building out from this piece with all the snow and then the snowman and then of course the snow at the bottom, and just one piece at a time, just kind of shaping it to fit, because I like what I've done with the crown effect here. I don't think I'm going to try to take it any farther down because I need some thickness in order to allow things to be smaller than this so they appear to be behind it. Rough shaping the snow and the snowballs on the tree, and you can kind of see that looks like it's sunk down, but we're not going to worry about that because when we glue it to our backer board, we'll put a shim behind there to bring that out so that it's, you know, it's concave, or actually convex, to the surface of the tree. These snowballs can be pushed back in a little bit, but I'm not forcing them in because they fit tight, and I will also make sure there's a shim behind those so that the curve lays right at the edge of the tree. You can see I've got the snow, you know, all around the tree, rough shaped to where I want it. I'm going to continue to shape pieces, just, you know, building out from the tree as I go. And the last thing I'll do is, once I'm satisfied with the shape of my pieces, I'll get out the 220 sandpaper. I know I've sanded these to 240, but you can see rough edges on them, and I want to smooth that out by hand. And once I've accomplished that, then I'll be ready to start assembling the puzzle, final assembling, to make sure everything looks the way I want it to look before I finish it and attach it to the backer board. Well, I just keep shaping as I work away from the tree. I've got this nice long piece. You can see how it's kind of dipping down there to kind of give it some depth. The back piece I haven't started shaping yet. I just had it laying there so that I could see how it looked. I'm finding a few areas that I'm going to need to clean up, like right in here and, you know, around in here. But that's a good thing. As you start to rough shape and lay things together, you start to see other things that you want to adjust. And I just keep tweaking it and tweaking it until I get it to where I like it. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for tonight. I'm happy with the progress that I've made. When I get a few minutes, I'll get back out here and just start really working again, and just, like I said, one piece at a time. Just keep shaping it and put it together and looking for areas that don't look right, and just continually tweaking and tweaking until the whole puzzle looks nice, or the whole Intarsia looks nice, and then I'll final sand and start finishing.